In October 1347, 12 Genoese ships docked at Messina, Sicily, carrying not just goods, but an unseen horror. Sailors exhibited bizarre symptoms: black boils oozing blood, fever, and rapid death. This marked Europe's first encounter with the bubonic plague, later called the Black Death. The disease, carried by flea-infested rats, would reshape the continent forever. Within weeks, the port city became a graveyard, foreshadowing the catastrophe to come. By 1348, the plague had reached France, Germany, and England. Unlike previous epidemics, it spread with terrifying speed, not just through fleas but via human contact. Victims coughed blood, their bodies covered in dark pustules. Towns implemented quarantines, but it was too late. In Avignon, 400 died daily. London lost half its population. The disease spared no one. Nobles, peasants, even pets perished in this biological holocaust. Churches proved powerless against the plague. In Marseille, 150 out of 160 friars died. Flagellant cults emerged, whipping themselves to atone for sins, unknowingly spreading the disease further. When prayers failed, people questioned, had God abandoned them? This crisis of faith undermined the Church's authority. In Siena, chronicler Agnolo di Tura wrote, "No one wept for the dead, for all awaited death themselves." By 1351, Europe's population had plummeted from 75 to 50 million. With fewer workers, surviving peasants demanded higher wages. The English Statute of Laborers tried capping pay, but rebellion brewed. In Flanders, weavers revolted. French peasants rose in the Jacquerie Uprising. Lords who once controlled serfs now begged for laborers. The feudal system, built on peasant subjugation, was crumbling. Depopulation created opportunities. In Italian city-states like Florence, skilled artisans became invaluable. Guilds gained political clout. Tailors and masons sat on councils. Banking families like the Medicis amassed wealth by financing reconstruction. Venice established the first permanent quarantine station, Lazzaretto Nuovo, in 1423. Cities, not manors, became Europe's new power centers. Traditional Galenic medicine had failed against the plague. Doctors like Gentile da Foligno dissected corpses, seeking physical causes. The iconic plague doctor costume, beaked mask filled with herbs, emerged, though it provided little protection. Venice pioneered public health boards and isolation laws. While misguided, blaming bad air, these steps laid groundwork for modern epidemiology. Art reflected the trauma. Danse Macabre frescoes showed skeletons leading all, popes, kings, peasants, to the grave. Boccaccio's Decameron depicted survivors telling stories, mixing humor with horror. This shift from purely religious art to human-centered narratives marked early Renaissance thought. Death's universality bred a new focus on earthly life's value. Petrarch and other scholars rejected medieval scholasticism, advocating studia humanitatis, the study of classical texts and human potential. With the church weakened, people sought knowledge outside theology. Universities expanded curricula to include Greek philosophy. This intellectual movement, fueled by plague survivors' existential questions, became the Renaissance's ideological backbone. Post-plague construction embraced classical ideals. Brunelleschi's Florence Cathedral dome, 1420, combined Gothic height with Roman engineering. Wealthy patrons commissioned secular buildings, a shift from cathedral-dominated skylines. Cleaner, airier designs replaced dark medieval structures, reflecting both hygiene concerns and humanist values, celebrating light and proportion. By 1400, Europe had transformed. The plague killed millions but shattered feudalism, weakened the church, and birthed the Renaissance. Survivors, inheriting emptied lands and wealth, pursued art, science, and commerce with unprecedented vigor. The Black Death proved history's great paradox. Civilization's near collapse became its rebirth. As Boccaccio wrote, "In misery we found our humanity."